Okay, let's do it. Chris Webby, back on my bullshit.
You know, nowadays, people
Shadow
find
ban prison.
one thing you said 8, 9, 10 years ago,
And they cancel
bring
you
it
for
back
it.
up now and cancel your whole fucking career over it. Let me make it easy for you.
It's weird.
And just say it all right now.
It's weird behavior.
My pronouns are fuck you and suck my dick. Unglued.
Yo, that's fucking fantastic, because mine are medium rare. That's great, man. It's nice to meet you, fuck you. It's great. See, we can play the same dumbass game y'all do.
My pronouns are fuck you and suck my dick. Unglued, I punch through and bust my clip. I'm a feminist worst enemy running my lip. Now get back in the kitchen, you fucking uptight bitch. Far as gender roles go, maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm just sick of women's marches blocking the road. Sick of a culture where a bitch will think looks alone is enough to walk around like the whole world owes them. And in my opinion, ladies, yo, we both got a place.
See, even Chris Webby. Damn, with the beard. Barely even recognize you. See, that's what I be saying. That's what I be saying. Chris Webby notices it. I notice it. I'm telling you, man. I've been saying it for years. Social media got a lot of you ladies gassed up thinking you're 10s when you're actually 5s. But because you have all these thirsty, horny fucking dudes in your DMs, you got like 30, 40, 50, 60 DMs. You think you're hot shit. You go out into public looking for the guy that checks off all the boxes on your checklist, but oh wait, he don't want to fuck with you. You want to know why? Because you're actually a 6. You might be a 10 with all those filters on Instagram, but you a 6. And the guy that you want, 6-pack, 6 figures, 6 inches, guess what? He don't want you. And those 60 fucking dudes in your DMs, you're not gonna give them a time of day. So it's just a whole bunch of horny dudes chasing after girls that are chasing after 1% of men that don't want the women that are chasing them. Ain't that some shit, right?
In the way that the world works, since we all were just apes, and when you need
let me go back.
Where a bitch will think looks alone is enough to walk around like the whole world owes them. And in my opinion,
Yo, Jesse, yeah, I'll react to some shit. What's going on, man? But let me get through this and some other stuff first.
ladies, yo, we both got a place in the way that the world works, since we all were just apes. And when you need us to protect you, man, he'll shoulder the weight. And if he doesn't, he's a pussy, which I know is the case with a lot of these little Gen Z arrogant jerks who got so many MMR shots, their brains don't work. And they've been saying for years that autism's on the rise. No shit, it's right in front of our eyes. And yeah, I know that I'm an old head now. I'm grown and graduated. I made it just in time to be considered outdated to a younger generation who didn't grow up saying Jew jokes and words like faggot when they were playing. So now I'm just a bigot for the culture I was raised in back in the days when Chinese...
Yeah, oh my god. I'm so glad he said it that way, because I mean, dude, that's the way the world was. And that's the way I grew up, and that's the way I was raised, and that was the culture, and that was the environment. So excuse me if I didn't grow out of that. And why should I have to? It's the way I am. If you can be whatever the fuck you want to be and identify as a squirrel, right? I should be allowed to carry forth the traditions of my generation. It's not like we were sticking people in the fucking gas chamber, bro. We just said slurs, oh my god, and made racist jokes and called each other things. Oh, the humanity. Oh god, how terrible. Blood in the streets. Christ. So fragile. I said it last night to some friends while I was playing video games. My generation and every generation that precedes my generation will always be superior to any generation that comes after my generation, as far as the culture, as far as like not being sniveling, uptight, soft, pathetic pussies.
That I'm an old head now, I'm grown and graduated. I made it just in time to be considered outdated to a younger generation who didn't grow up saying Jew jokes and words like faggot when they were playing. So now I'm just a bigot for the culture I was raised in back in the days when Chinese just meant Asian and people were too busy to just sit around complaining. So why the whole world keep changing? Spread the word. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. If you're a pussy, I suggest you run and hide. And go tell your friends. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. And this time I think think I've truly lost my mind.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
And bro, it's just like, imagine how arrogant and self-entitled and self-important you have to be to expect an entire generation to bend and change for you. Cringe. Like there's things that we had to stop doing as a collective, right? Obviously. Slavery, we abolished that, right? Drinking and driving, we abolished that. Beating your wife, we took care of that, right? Fucking murder, we took care of that. We put a lot of things in place, right? There's things that as a collective we had to be on the same page. And we did that, right? But fuck, man, all this other shit that y'all are trying to impact and change and narrate as per how a motherfucker lives and how he speaks and how he behaves and how he interacts and how he views the world and how he votes. And that shit is for the fucking birds. And you're a lame ass motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm the generation that ain't grow up with an iPad, so I think it's silly what these kids identify as. Still make jokes anytime I see a pride flag. Never out of hate, it's just funny to me. My bad. Is it a trans man or a cross-dressing man who's physically achieving the things that only a man can? Then demanding that I be calling a ma'am, and shit is out of hand. But damn, trans ma'am, I'm just a dumb.
I mean, if he poses the question like that, I don't even want to play because there's no way of getting the answer right. And all those answers are probably wrong because there is no... It's all just fucked.
And that I be calling a ma'am, and shit is out of hand. But damn, trans ma'am, I'm just a dumb cis man. But at least I'm trying to fucking understand. But it seems that I've been passed by the society that I'm in. Walking around looking confused at things like Biden. Wait.
Same. I'm so confused by the society that we live in now. And it's to the point where he's like, you fucking get mad, but at least I'm trying, right? At least I'm trying to fucking understand. But here's the thing, Webby, when it comes to this new generation, once you feel, this is what I've experienced with the new generation, once you feel, and everything that you're talking about, once you feel that you have a grasp on what they're saying, they completely change the fucking rules. Remember just a few short years ago when the only approved pronouns were she, her, and he, him? Do y'all remember that? I remember that when those were the only ones that people used. The pronoun game started small, right? And for a time we were like, oh, that's kind of weird, but the fuck ever, right? He, him, she, her, whatever. And people were just like, whatever. It went, right? Time went on. And then they added 5 more. And we were like, okay. And then they added 5 more. And then 10 more. And then 20 more. And then 30 more. And then... Bitch, stop giving me homework. Stop giving me homework. This isn't my job, okay? It's not my responsibility to validate you, man. And it shouldn't be anybody's responsibility to validate you. That's why it's called self-esteem. So I quit, bro. You keep moving the goalpost and you keep changing shit. You keep adding shit. This is the same problem I had with math. I was good when it was just numbers, and then you start adding fucking letters and symbols, and I just can't no more.
I'm walking around looking confused at things like Biden. Wait, let me not compare myself to a pedophile. Though I do buy coke from his son once in a while. He be putting in his orders to an Al-Qaeda supporter who just walks right over the fucking border about a mile. Hunter did the whole pile. I just did a couple bumps. Then he bought a couple kids and he threw them in the trunk. Wait, fuck, I am so not down with this kind of stuff. And that's how I killed myself when the Clinton showed up. Yeah, I'ma talk shit in a world gone stupid. Taking ivermectin while the world got boosted. Trying to hold ground while the world's uprooted.
He said, taking ivermectin while the world got boosted. I took nothing. I just... I love saying that because it's just great. I never got COVID once. And I didn't take any precautions. I didn't wear a mask. I didn't do shit. I kept living my life like nothing happened. Pretty much. I know a lot of people that did the same thing I did, man. And I lived with a person that had COVID 5 feet away. Even hit the same blunt that he was hitting while he had COVID. I didn't get it. So That feels good, man. It really does, because there were so many people that were like just, woo, going insane with it, with like, you know, the whole fucking hazmat suit and the fucking wild. All right.
Speaking up to the world mutes it. Spread the word. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. If you're a pussy, I suggest you run and hide.
Dude, this essentially was a Raw Thoughts. It just wasn't titled Raw Thoughts.
Tell your friends. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. And this time I think I've truly lost my mind.
You're all a bunch of pussies.
Ever since I said I'm voting Trump, I've been a bad guy too. A group of fans I didn't even know I had to lose. And since you're leaving, let me read you one last haiku. Yo, guess what? I voted for him last time too. But you used to hate Trump. How dare you change your opinion? How dare you grow as a...
Oh, because Chris Webby, I think from what I heard, man, isn't he like, I always thought Chris Webby was like, what, libertarian or something? Because I think he falls along the same lines that I do, really. Because I'm not all the way, like, I took a political compass test, guys. I'd fall right in the middle. Libertarian is what it told me. And it makes sense. Because there's a lot of shit Republicans say that I don't give a fuck about. There's a lot of shit Democrats say that I don't give a fuck about. Pretty narrow-minded in that regard. So, but the question, he said, is, I thought you hated him. How could you vote for him? Well, because you got to vote for somebody. I mean, technically, you don't have to vote at all. It's not mandatory. But Chris Webby wanted to do his part, right? And you might dislike the guy, but at the end of the day, this is how I look at it. I know Republicans don't look at it this way, and Democrats don't look at it this way, which is exactly why I sit exactly where I sit in the libertarian camp. Or just in the middle, hell. I don't even want to say libertarian. I'm just somewhere in the middle, man. And the way I've always looked at it is it doesn't matter who you hate or who you like. You could hate both of them. You just need to choose the lesser of two evils. You just need to pick... They're both turds. You just need to pick the turd that smells least like shit. You know, that's lesser of two evils. There's been times where I've hated both the motherfucker. I didn't like either of them, right? But if you want to vote, you got to pick one, right? And he wanted to vote, so he picked one. He picked the one that, yeah, he disliked, but it was better than the other person. Does that make sense? Probably not to a lot of you, but...
a person, how dare you say something different than the stuff you used to say? How dare you consider switching? I loved you when I agreed, now I hate you just for existing. Hate you for this, that, and I hate you for living. I'll comment every time you post, and I'll say that you're grifting and hate women. You're a racist and a shameful depiction, a white privilege, a supremacist, a rapist, a villain, a fucking...
Like, dude, if Trump ran blue, if Trump ran Democrat, I'd probably vote Democrat. Because I don't vote for the side, I vote for the person. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they have a mindset for some reason. They're just like, I'm voting blue. Grandfather voted blue. His grandfather voted blue. His great-great-great-great-granddaddy voted blue. I'm going blue because my whole family's blue. I don't really have a choice. No, not me. I'm voting for whoever has the best ideas that can lead the nation to a better time and a better place. And it doesn't really matter what side that comes from. Donald Trump were to run Democrat and they actually had the balls to put him up there, I would have voted for that guy. Democrat, right? I don't vote for you don't vote for a side, you vote for the person, really. That's how I've always looked at it. You vote for the ideas and the, I don't know, man, but it's not against the law to vote for the wrong reasons. Vote for whatever reason you want. It's just, I couldn't imagine voting that way.
Basically, he murdered the Jews. He dog whistles, gaslights are the words that I use. I don't quite know what they mean, but I heard them on the news. What I'm trying to say is, Webby, fuck you. Fuck you, bitch, I'm still the same Webby. I'm still in Connecticut. I'm still donating every year to save the elephants. Still say thank you for your service to the veterans. And still fuck your mom every Thursday when I'm in town. I bust that bitch down. Didn't like me then? Well, how you like me now? Cause bitch, I'm a pro. I don't need a pronoun. So from right now until I'm in the ground, go and spread the word. Webby's back up.
Oh, that was good. That was fun.
If you're a pussy, I suggest you run and hide. Then go tell your friends. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. And this time I think I've truly lost my mind. And now I'm back on my bullshit.
Webby's back, motherfucker.
Forget about it, Frankie.
That was great. 9 out of 10. That was fantastic. That really did feel like a raw thoughts to me. Not so much back on. I mean, whatever. Same to me. Different name. So that was great. And yeah, I think me and Chris Webby are the same age. So yeah, I kind of feel like the same way he feels. You just walk around lost. And just when you think that it can't get any more ridiculous, it gets more ridiculous. I just never imagined a society getting softer. I always imagined it getting more difficult. But that's the thing. This is these generations that we have, I feel, is a side effect of living in a fully developed first world society. I've said it before, but do you want to know why the local population of Afghanistan doesn't give a fuck about pronouns or gender or sex or any of those things that we so vigorously give a fuck about here? Is because they don't have the luxury to care about these things. They don't have the time to debate these things. They don't have enough time on their life to indulge in said fantasy. So, I mean, I feel like this is the most prosperous time to not only be alive, but simply be in this country. Compared to everything else that's happened in history prior to the dawn of the tech age and prior to the dawn of the internet, prior to the dawn of fucking Twitter, right? So it's a prosperous time, so no one really has anything to worry about, man. 40, 50, 60 years ago, there was a lot to worry about. Civil War, world wars, man, Cold Wars, the nuclear race. There was a lot of shit to worry about. No one gave a fuck about gender. You see what I'm saying? There was a lot of shit to worry about back then, right? The Soviets, Russia, a whole bunch of shit. The Cuban Missile Crisis, there was a whole bunch of shit to worry about back then. Not much to worry about right now. So, what do people decide to fill their time with? Nonsense. Fairy tales. Weird shit. Because they have the time and they have the luxury and they live in a country that allows it. They live in a country that there's not much to worry about, man. Just whatever. Right? So that's why I feel